So welcome to this video. And this is going to be my weekly update video. And for at least temporarily for several days, the tropics have calmed down a bit after Marie or Mary, as Marie just wrapped. We had a pretty quick rate, and it was not declared a post-tropical remnant low until Friday, but slowly but surely Marie weakened. And now its history did bring some really big waves to the Baja California and Mexican coast. Probably the biggest waves ever seen in years, and that claimed 3 lives in Mexico and arguably 4 in Southern California. Arguably a 4th in Southern California. But overall, it wasn't exactly an impactful hurricane. However, However, now we have stuff on our eyes, because right now we have new Invest 93 out there, and that the anchor is giving a 20% chance of developing within the next 2 days and a 60% within the next 5 days. Right now, Mars, while we're pretty passive with it, I kept knowing that it could still form, we might have to watch it, and now Mars have slowly been starting to pick up on it, and the last one to really pick up on this, and it was the JFS. Now they blow this into a hurricane into Baja. The Euro shows it, the CMC shows it, so now the agreement is all of a sudden non-existent to near anonymous. And the system right now is off the west coast of Mexico and is expected to parallel the coast, then possibly be picked up by a trough and turn inland to Mexico as a possible hurricane. We'll see how strong it gets because there's mixed initialization. There's mixed initialization issues because the ships are showing high shear and keeps at 40 knots. Yes, the HWRF, it really depends on the resolution you use. It's weird. We'll say it's suggesting a high NTS or weak hurricane into the Gulf of California. The no gap shows a very powerful hurricane like doing Doreen in 1977. And the Euro and JFS seem pretty good on that idea. However, the JFDL and HWRF are not, but they tend to have an eastward bias with these kinds of systems. So for now, I lean more towards the JFS track, but it's gonna be interesting to see how this unfolds in the next couple of days, and it will be interesting to see if this actually has potential to become anything strong. Assuming conditions remain the same, and assuming the Wisconsin shear site is correct, wind shear is supposed to be very low over the system, and the system is moving over record 30 to 31 degrees Celsius sea surface temperatures. And a combination of those things yields further intensification, so it would not surprise me one bit if the system became a record-tying 8th hurricane. And it's just mind-blowing the activity we've had. And it's something we have to watch carefully, and each kind of model watching your EPAC style. Now, so on previous JFS runs, we were pretty passive with this. Now, the JFS was the last run model to really get going with this, and now we'll have to wait and see what happens, see how fast it organizes, because honestly, it's at 15 degrees north, and I realize shear's not going to get particularly strong if everything remains the same unless it passes either 25 degrees north or 120 degrees west. However, that's a big if. And however, that still does not allow a whole lot of time for it to intensify. And as such, its time to become a hurricane may be limited in miles as we as we learned, 2013 can sometimes overdo these kinds of systems since they have it moving more slowly than it actually does. But still has 4 to 5 days to intensify. But to be honest with you, if it really wants a chance to become a hurricane, or at least a powerful one, it has to do it by Tuesday. If it develops later than Tuesday, I'd say the odds of this becoming a hurricane are significantly reduced. But we'll see what actually happens. I mean, it's possible we have some of the more later analysis that we could see yet another system that once again does pretty much the exact same thing. It tries to go up the Baja. I mean, models have not yet picked up on that, and the timing with picking up on these kind of systems is not going to be as long range as the timing for how they picked up on systems in the Atlantic, because right now, I mean, how they picked up on systems in August, because right now, yeah, Atlantic is a little bit more active, so it's still uncertainty on whether it's actually going to develop there. And two, the JFS and the other models are having MJO issues right now. And so it's going to be a little bit harder, but I do think within the next few days, models will start picking up. It's not out of the question that models are picking up on a system that will follow a future Norbert and see where that goes to. So as long as the pattern we're in continues, now we have some flow. Now the troughing's a little bit more towards the Four Corners region. And we have the flow over Baja that would favor that could favor any possible tropical storm or hurricane. That would favor multiple tropical storm or hurricane late season landfalls in the Gulf Coast and Baja California area. So something you have to be very careful for, and if we get the right scenario with the right wind shear and the right forward motion, we could easily get a category 3, 4, or even 5 hurricane within the Gulf of California. So this could get scary. We'll see what happens with rain through the I'll probably do through probably every other day videos unless something drastic happens tomorrow. I'm just getting to a close report of the hurricane season and interest in the Mexican coast. But now till October, through October, I have to watch this very closely. And that will, no, not yet. I mean, the models still have not came into 100% track, but the agreement has gotten better over the day. And I would still not rule out a scenario where Susan goes into the Gulf of California like a morning 2003. But right now, the model seems to be leaning towards the Doreen 1997 scenario, with the long range scenario being similar to, I hate to say it, but man, well in 2013. Anyhow, that's it for this video. Bye!